Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today. It is a Wednesday. I had to think about that. It's a Wednesday. We're right at the end of May. Can't believe that May started off with a coronation and ended with a high-speed car chase in New York. Well, not really. And here we are, MadWorldTarot, and I have my new table decorations. All we need is some flashing lights, and that clunk was the Lunar Soul, sorry, not the MadWorldTarot. There should be a MadWorldTarot. The Lunar Soul Tarot, which is on the table today. Our theme for today is parents. We've looked at Doria and her business venture with Meghan, alleged business venture with Meghan. We've looked at that already. Now we're going to look at the rather amusing story involving King Charles, and that allegedly he is off to Transylvania just as Harry comes back, and I'm fiddling with my mic if the sound goes funny. Just as Prince Harry comes back to testify in that case he's got against the Mirror for the hacking and all of that unpleasantness, Charles doing a disappearing act. And people are speculating that this is not a coincidence. It's deliberate, that he's avoiding Harry. And so I'm going to do a little 5-card reading with the Lunar Soul Tarot and find out if this is true. And Charles does have a country home in Romania where he goes quite often. So it's not completely startling that he's disappearing to Transylvania. It's the timing that is interesting. And I've seen in readings recently that there's a sort of pleading and pitiful energy coming from Harry to Charles. And so I can imagine that if Charles wants to avoid Harry, he's of course a softie, and may feel that if he actually sees Harry face to face, he'll give in to whatever pleas, whatever demands he's making. So better to just go far, far away, and Transylvania is as far as he can go. His own private place that he's got over there. Harry's not going to follow him there. And of course Charles can get ready with the garlic and the steak and all of that. And, you know, take whatever necessary steps he needs to take to ward off evil. I'm being silly. It's tarot. It's for entertainment. It's all just my opinion. It's all just speculation. We read on energy here. Archetypal energy, because the royals are the archetypal family, and we can learn from archetypes. And disclaimer in the box below, please read it. Please also note the copyright sign to MadWorldTarot. And I think we're ready to go. We're going to do a little 5-card reading, see what's going on. Was this holiday a genuine holiday planned for years, or a strategic disappearance? Is Charles really trying to avoid Harry? He has avoided Harry before. He was too busy to see Harry when Harry came back for the last court appearance. Well, he wasn't appearing in court, but he came to show everyone his Dior shirt that he was wearing, and get some cameras and bump into a press photographer and get some footage for Netflix, how he's being hounded by the press. Do you remember that? It seems like a lifetime ago. Charles also did a quick disappearing act after, I think it was the Queen's funeral. He was off to Highgate, no time to hang around and chat. So he has got prior with disappearing. So that the Parkles can't clamour and claw. He also managed strategically to avoid Meghan. She was trying to have a one-to-one meeting to explain herself and get all those apologies and things she wanted, the tiara and the crown jewels and everything else. Interesting card has come out of this reading as the underlying energy. This Lunar Soul Tarot has some extra major arcana, which a lot of the more modern decks do. And this is Wu Wei, which is going with the flow. It's a very much, I would say, yes, absolute disappearing act. This is, I'm just going to step into the river here and let the river take me away. And I don't mean it in a Virginia Woolf kind of a way with stones in my pockets. I just mean I'll just go drifting merrily, merrily. And easiest, no resistance. Going with the flow means you don't resist. You're not around to be a target. You just float away. So I think we have the answer. We could close this reading and it's all good. That's the underlying energy. Yes, there is avoidance going on there, but very wise avoidance, going with the flow, wu wei. Very profound energy, actually. So, situation, what are we dealing with? What's the story here today? 6 of Wands. That would be our has-been who's coming to testify and reform the British press, the tabloids. And he's a man on a mission. Can you see? He's got the laurel wreath there, the sun shining down. It's going to be a lot of attention, a lot of notice, a lot of rah, what a hero he is. So he's coming back to the UK on a mission. He's not creeping back with his tail between his legs at the dark of night, as he should be, in my opinion. And of course, it is all just my opinion. So let's see. This trip to Transylvania, a hiking trip, interestingly. Is it something that has long been planned? And we know that Charles travels. He doesn't travel light. He packs his pillow and his toilet and his artwork, and basically takes his whole bedroom with him, as I understand things, and off he goes. So was this always planned, and have they been dismantling one of his apartments in one of those palaces or castles or whatever, and taking it to Transylvania? And we won't make jokes about how they might be taking it to Transylvania. It's the things that come from Transylvania that one has to be worried about. But was that all long planned, or is this a strategic disappearance? Wu wei. And we've got, a strategic disappearance. Absolutely, the Hanged One. Charles does not want to be, he feels vulnerable around Harry. He feels like he's always being accused of something. And of course he is. You just have to read the Daily Mail or Spare or whatever, Newsweek or People or Us magazine or wherever the Harkles are bleating about how they've been wronged. Harry being on TV endless times giving interviews, telling about his mental health and what a cold and distant parent Charles was, and blah blah. So there it is, the Hanged One. Poor old Charles feels he's never going to win this. He's vulnerable, he's exposed, he's weak, he's the villain, he's been hung out to dry, he's defenseless against these accusations. So what better thing to do than to go on a hiking tour to Transylvania? And it's just rather amusing. And he does seem to have a good sense of humour. He and Camilla, often you see them sort of hee at something that's going on. And so I think that this is quite funny, like the titles that Harry was given. Anyway, we won't offend people from Dumbarton and Kilkeel too much. Apologies to people watching who are from those places, which I'm sure are lovely and have been blighted by their association with the Sussexes. So anyway, in my opinion, now we're going to ask, is Charles trying to avoid Harry? And every card in this reading so far says yes. Ace of Cups, and that's a yes. An ace upright is just generally read as a yes. Ace of Cups, because he knows that Harry is coming with his begging bowl. Help. I need money, I need somewhere to hide, I need a new home in the UK, I need security, I need something to make Meghan love me again. What about the children? I've got myself into trouble with the children in so many different ways. Pregnancies, custody, mysterious births, and all of that. So Charles doesn't want this. He can't deal with it. And I'm speculating, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm speculating that there's William energy hidden in here. I think, go away. Every time Harry's around, disappear. Maybe Camilla too. Go away. Easiest to just avoid, disappear. How does Harry feel about this? That father is never there. The father who was allegedly so unavailable when Harry was young is now so pointedly unavailable, while Harry is still an infant and a child and a puerile being, in my opinion. Oh, Six of Cups in reverse. Terribly upset. Terribly upset. There's going to be a whole new book about this. Six of Cups in reverse. The Six of Cups is your childhood, is your memories, is the past, the people that you spent time with growing up, the people who know you best. It's a reconciliation card as well after times of trouble. It's in reverse. No reconciliation possible. It's not allowed. William won't allow it. I don't think Camilla will allow it either. This is my interpretation of the energy. It's what I'm intuiting from these cards. And so how's it going to all end up with Charles and Harry? Is there going to be a reconciliation, or is the avoidance going to carry on? Is this relationship going to stay unresolved? Six of Cups energy. What's going to happen ultimately, please? We got the Ten of Cups. Harry is going to be welcomed back into the embrace of the royal family, but probably in the groundkeeper's cottage on a remote Scottish estate, or even an island. There's a Ten of Cups back. He's back. I did a reading about Bookworm 2's vision of, some people call them oldie and little, Farchi and Invisibit, all those things. Murchie was another one. All of them allegedly, possibly doing the Christmas walk at Christmas at Sandringham. But there it is. There's the Ten of Cups. Back in the bosom of the family. But remember, the Ten of Cups is not all it seems. That people might smile and say, oh, it's so lovely to have Harry back. But really, as I say, groundkeeper's cottage, no heating, leaking pipes, ghostly noises around, possibly even a bit of haunting and stuff like that. But Ten of Cups, yeah, this is being worked on. It's really being worked on. I think this is going to be the second half of the year is rehabbing Harry so that the British public can try and forget what a piece of ... he is, and bring him back so that that story is sewn up and everything's tidy and neat and on the royal family rolls. We will keep looking, but that is your reading, and thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy my new decorations as much as I do. My childlike mind is pleased with them, and there you go. We'll see you again tomorrow.